I turned this cardboard idea into a real bumper. I'll show you how I did everything, from the winch mount to the fog lights, with every bump and burn, ow, that's hot, along the way. It's bumper time. We finished the cardboard template for the bumper, and now we're gonna cut that template apart and lay it on steel, and we're gonna cut the steel out with a plasma cutter. So the bumper is going to be built in two separate steps. First, I'm going to start out with the core. The core is going to be made out of 1/4-inch steel, and it's going to be what bolts to the frame and what holds the winch. And that's going to be the strongest part. And then everything surrounding that will be made out of 16 gauge steel. And that's a lot thinner, a lot lighter, but it'll make it look good and it'll protect the winch. I'm going to start by building the core first. For cutting out all the steel, we rented a plasma cutter. And the rental place didn't sell me on crucial parts to use it. So it's not usable right now, and they're closed over the weekend, so we weren't able to use the plasma cutter, and we rented it for no reason. So plan B, we figured, let's try the torch.
Hey, what cool glasses you have.
I'm a cool guy with cool glasses. This is how the cuts turned out. Not bad. Lots of grinding, but it's gonna work fine. Right now I'm starting out with one hole on each side, so I have some pivot points. And since this will slide into the frame, I have to weld a nut on the back side because I won't be able to fit a wrench up inside the frame, and the bolt has to have something to thread into. I got the bumper core kind of mocked up, at least for the driver's side. Basically, this piece is going straight into the frame. I got 2 bolts bolting it to the frame, and then this piece also going into the frame, and I need to make a little, I think they're called gussets, and fill this gap with a gusset, and then I'll weld all this together. This is the gusset. Right in there.
Where it is exactly.
So now that we got the winch shelf, that's what I'm calling it, cut out, I'm about to weld it in, but my biggest concern is if everything's not square and perfect and things start to warp a little bit, I'm worried that the bumper won't come out of the frame or go back in the frame. So it all looks square, looks like it'll be alright, but sometimes with heat that throws everything off. But I'm gonna try and see how it goes. So I trimmed this out so we can get the plates out with the nuts welded on, but it's still kind of getting hung up. So I'm gonna weld this on so these can't shift in and out, and then hopefully it'll be easier to take it off and on. Drilling the holes for the winch but the winch did not come with a template, so I gotta make my own. So I'm using tape, masking tape, and I'm poking holes, and I think these 2 holes will be right on, but when I have to drill these 2 holes, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so this is the front, so rolling it over. I'm going to use spray paint to spray the bottom of the mount on the winch and then flip it over onto the masking tape, and hopefully the paint will transfer and show me where to drill the holes. Oh no! It almost worked, but I moved. Okay, so I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try to transfer it to this, but actually punch holes. So I got a center punch. I'm gonna center punch all my holes. Make sure I am straight. And I used a square to make sure they're all square. I think it's close enough. Don't press that hard. Dang it. That was one of my good ones. So I still got 2 more holes to finish off, but I want to make sure these holes that are kitty corner off from each other will bolt in, are in the right spot. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. This is so dangerous. Sweet. They both got a little bit of wiggle room and it should mount right up. So all 4 bolt holes line up. So I'm going to put a few extra supports in the middle. So when we're winching out of somewhere or pulling somebody out, whatever, there's not as much stress right here, because this is a lot of flat, no supported steel. So I'm going to put these guys something like that. Obviously I'll have to trim up everything, but I think that'll provide quite a bit more strength. Yep. Okay, so I got 1 support done. It goes right there. This guy. It's still really hot, so I gotta wear a glove, but I notched that out pretty good. Pretty proud of it. It's like perfect. Just slides right in there. Press fit. Then I'll transfer that to this one. I'll do the same thing again. Basically, I just notched it out like that. Then we'll be good to go. I got them mocked up. About to tack them in, but I wanted to show you. I think it'll be good enough. It's basically the theme of this whole project is I think it'll be good enough. Finally, after a good amount of grinding and shaping, the core is able to be installed and removed relatively easy, and the winch is right where I want it to be. I bought these shackle link mounts. You put D-rings on these, and I'm about to weld these into the bumper. And these need to be super strong, so I think they're about 1 inch thick, and about 2 inches will be welded into the strongest part of the bumper. Here's where I cut out the shackle mount channels, and this is the fascia for the front. Here's it all put together. I was really worried about heat causing warpage, so I ended up welding it all around the same time. So I got the face of the bumper tacked up, and I got the shackle mounts welded in really sturdy. The next part is the wings of the bumper, and it's gonna sit kind of like that. The next big cut is this shape right here, and I need to make it a support so it's nice and sturdy. I'm not going to go out as far as this template says. Not sticking strictly to the cardboard template, but it is giving me an idea to what shapes I want. Forgot to bring the camera to the shop yesterday, and I got some stuff done. Nothing too significant, but I'll show you what I did. So I got this top plate just tacked on barely, and then most of my work was getting these 2-inch, maybe like 1.5 inch underside. I don't know what to call it. That's what it looks like so far. I think it's pretty good. Here it is, mostly welded up. Just have a few more beads to go. It's a beautiful day. Pretty chilly, but the sun's out, so we decided to work outside. Allie's gonna be grinding the bumper, the front bumper, and I'm gonna be fully welding the rear bumper. We're just gonna have a good time out in the sunshine. So I'm about to cut holes for my off-road lights that are going to be seated inside the bumper, and I've been overthinking it for an hour, maybe 2 hours, trying to map out a hole. But for some reason I thought, oh, this hole can't be square even though the lights are square, because it's at a slant. I thought it had to be a weird shape, but turns out no, it just has to be square. Forgot to film me cutting these, but I finally cut one hole. And here's the other one. I basically cut like barn doors and then I knock them through. And then I have like little walls. Ow, that's hot. That's hot. Basically, they're gonna sit in there. Obviously not quite like that. But I haven't built mounts yet, so. Oh, I almost dropped that. That's sketchy. So, I mean, kind of like that. It's gonna be a lot more secure. I think that looks good. I think that looks great.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Make sure you make your funniest faces.
I know. Hold my tongue just the right way. Hey, I think it looks pretty good, although the winch doesn't fit because I mounted the fair lead too high up. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this rig or this content, please like and subscribe. We got a lot more for you.